the dot here, the dot there. So Twitch, YouTube, and Kick.
All right.
All right, YouTube, Kick, Twitch. Hello, all of y'all.
Hello. We're live.
Yes, we are. I'm Mr. Fixerson. This is
I'm Mrs. Fixerson.
yes, you are. All right. Let's figure out what we're gonna do today. Do you want to start with the Diddy trial?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So I gotta figure out how I did it yesterday. Okay, so that's that.
Do we have views today?
No, 1 hour, 18 minutes. So technically today because it was 1 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And
I
those,
thought we had views.
yeah, those are probably me going back and watching and stuff.
Oh. Psych.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch us. That's all right. When we're billionaires and y'all are, poor years. Y'all are poor. Yeah. Poor. Don't come crying to me.
We won't buy you a bottle of water to pour on yourselves.
No. No, and if you were on fire, I wouldn't piss on you. Nope.
Let's see. Here. All right, guys, we're gonna figure out what's going on with poor old Diddy.
Yeah.
He's gonna be poor.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, he's first he's got the criminal trials, and then once he gets found guilty on these things, you gotta. I mean, there's gonna be so many people who are gonna have the right to sue him for money, and probably a lot of poor people who were prostituted across state lines who are about to be rich.
Yeah, but there's probably like famous people or celebrities who are writing letters on behalf of him, saying like, oh, Diddy's a good person, keep him out of jail. Like,
Um,
there's probably celebrities and people like that doing that. So,
yeah, man. Well,
who knows? I don't know.
who was the celebrity? Oh, it was Hyde from that '70s show.
Yeah, him.
Everybody wanted to support him. He was barely a raper. Oh, he's such a good guy. He barely raped anybody.
Yeah. Crazy how these people get off like that.
Diddy accused of arson by Kid Cudi in trial testimony. I want to find maybe a shorter one. Ooh, this might be a good one to watch. You know, you recognize this guy?
Yeah.
It's, Moist, Charlie. I don't know. Both of those are his name, but not together usually.
Yeah, he was in New Orleans a couple weeks ago.
Yes, he was. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up.
Hello?
Is there anybody out there?
Hello?
dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something very important that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony. Now, so far, there have been quite a few very powerful testimonies that are strengthening the case against him, I would say. And Kid Cudi's is the most recent and also the one that's had a lot of buzz and a lot of incorrect information about it. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called
We
here
know the
is
lore.
because he and Cassie had a relationship. And according to Cassie in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him.
Okay, so let's try to recap what he was saying. So, did you catch any of that? I barely caught much of it because I was paying
Very
attention
little.
to the stream and everything, like the settings and whatnot. So far we have Kid Cudi, we have P Diddy, and we have P Diddy's girlfriend, I think.
Yeah.
You mind if we go back?
Go ahead.
All right. I'll pay more attention this time, I promise.
He dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something very important that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony. Now, so far, there have been quite a...
All right, Charlie, just drop it to me. I can handle it. Can you handle it?
Yeah, I can handle
All right, we can handle it. You don't have to worry about us. Just drop the bomb. Give us the update. We gotta pause it every once in a while and talk in between it.
Yeah.
And that way it's transformative content. But if we just let it run, then that's a copyright infringement.
Few very powerful testimonies that are strengthening the case against him, I would say. And Kid Cudi's is the most recent and also the one that's had a lot of buzz and a lot of incorrect information about it. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the...
All right, so Kid Cudi's bit of information. So I guess Kid Cudi came and spoke during the trial.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the big stuff that's happening right now. And it seems like there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. And your boy, Charlie, is about to break down not only one of the biggest things that's come out, but also the truth about it, not necessarily one of the many rumors that are being spread.
Yeah.
Feel free to use the
the arm
maybe
wrap.
split it or something. All right. Once again, give it to me.
All right, let's do it.
The lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called here is because he and Cassie had a relationship. And
so Cassie is. I'm about to Google and see if Cassie is the Goyle friend.
Oh yeah.
Diddy, Cassie. Okay, so if it's Cassie Ventura, her husband is Alex Fine. I want to see Cassie relation to Diddy. Over the first 2 weeks, the highest profile showing Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend. Oh, it's Diddy's ex-girlfriend. All right. And so Diddy, do you remember a couple years ago, Diddy got caught slapping his girlfriend. Hold on. You might remember the picture. Diddy slap, or I'll say hits Cassie in hotel. Go to images. Do you remember this image?
Oh yeah.
So this is, I don't know, a year or 2 years ago. It was not current.
Yeah.
And so Diddy's ex-girlfriend, but in this video or picture, that was his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let's go. Let's see. I'm gonna actually. Let's see. Can I put this here?
See?
Y'all remember this? This is back a while back. But anyway, so Cassie, turns out Cassie was mad about something, or she wasn't being treated well, and that it turns out that there was a Diddy party happening there.
Oh.
So, the Diddy party is essentially a bunch of people forced or being paid to have sex. And his girlfriend was in a lot of those Diddy parties, and she didn't want to be at a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so that right there is from a Diddy party.
Yeah.
And there's a security guard who kind of saw a part of that scenario that came out a couple years ago, and he is actually testifying in the trial, or has testified, I think.
And according to Cassie, in civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supported witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted on Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation.
The audio is screwed up. You heard that? So, properties. Okay, cancel. We'll go to Diddy Day. And we'll go to properties.
Finding out that he had a relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he recalls is that he received a phone call from Sean Combs' former assistant Capricorn Clark. Now Sean Combs, that's the real name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka
I got it. Streaming so hard. All right, so Diddy Day. All right, we'll just delete this. Remove. Yes. Add a source. Window capture. Diddy. Browser. Okay. Capture audio. Select a window.
aka call from Sean Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark. Now, Sean Combs, that's the real name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puffy Flavor Camp Headmaster, aka Bubba Baby Oil Big Boy. And this phone call they received from Capricorn Clark was letting him know P. Diddy was inside of his house. Kid Cudi started driving home, called P. Diddy, and said that he sounded calm and responded that he was waiting for him to arrive so they could speak. Kid Cudi also said, with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called
Right now,
here
I'm
is
just trying to get
because
the volume to work.
he and Cassie had a relationship. And according to Cassie, in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action.
Because you
against
see
Kid
here,
Cudi.
when
Yeah.
that
Also,
moves,
there are
it's good.
Tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation.
This button should make that work.
Relationship with Cassie.
How much should car insurance cost you a month? $80? $120? Nope. Promise not.
So Kid Cudi went important that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony. Now, so far, there have been quite a few very powerful testimonies that are strengthening the case against him, I would say. And Kid Cudi's is the most recent and also the one that's had a lot of buzz and a lot of incorrect information about. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be here is because he and Cassie had a relationship. And according to Cassie in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation, finding out that he had a relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he recalls is that he received a phone call from Sean Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark. Now, Sean Combs, that's the real name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puffy Flavor Camp Headmaster, aka Bubba Baby Oil Big Boy. And this phone call he received from Capricorn Clark was letting him know P. Diddy was inside his house. He was driving home. P. Diddy said that he sounded calm, waiting for him to arrive. King Cudi also said that Clark sounded very scared. It sounded like she was on the verge of tears. King Cudi said ultimately no one was inside, but his dog was locked in a bathroom. Kid Cudi is because he and Cassie had
So
a
crazy.
relationship, according to Cassie.
I can so there's another way to get to it, but it's not as good. Like this way you can just use the browser and it'll capture it. But another way is to you use a browser built into here, but it sucks.
Yeah.
So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he recalls is that he had received a phone call from Sean Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark. Now, Sean Combs, that's the real name of Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puffy Flavor Camp.
All right, so now I'm just trying one more thing, another thing to capture the audio.
Clark was letting him know P. Diddy was inside the house. Kid Cudi started driving home, called P. Diddy, and said that he sounded calm, responded that he was waiting for him to arrive. King Cudi also said that Clark sounded very scared. It sounded like she was on the verge of tears. King Cudi said ultimately no one was inside, but his dog was locked in a bathroom. Normally lets his dog roam around freely. And some of the gifts he received from Chanel that also Christmas presents. It's referring to those Chanel gifts. Anyway, apparently after unboxing those gifts, the Grinch was no longer there. But Kid Cudi told the court that he had planned on confronting and fighting people.
Crazy. So I must have there was some weird things. I have the Google browser right there. So come over here. I'm gonna copy the video URL. We'll pause this, drop it down, go into here, add a browser source. Call it Diddy Brow, just so I know it's for today. Click OK. Control via OBS the audio. That's the website. Paste. And then this is gonna be 1,000 by 600. Click OK. And
Hello, I just wanted to give you all an actual update on the P. Diddy trial in the midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it. Those AI videos making garbage claims like a new key witness was called to the stand. It's David Copperfield who dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something
so funny.
very
Now
important
they
that
can
just
hear it,
happened in
but
the
we
trial
can't hear it.
in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony. Now, so
It's so
far,
hard,
there
huh?
have been quite a few very powerful
Like, in all
testimonies
these things, like,
that are strengthening the case against him, I
It
would
should
say.
be
And
easier.
Kid Cudi's
Should
is the
be,
most
like,
recent,
there's-
and also the one that's had a lot of buzz and a lot of incorrect information about. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called here is because he and Cassie had a relationship. And according to Cassie, in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, hello, I just wanted to give you all an actual update on the P. Diddy trial.
What? So that's the browser, which is not getting captured. Okay. Interact. What?
In the midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it, those AI videos making garbage claims like a new key witness was called to the stand. It's David Copperfield who dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all.
Oh
This
my
nonsense is just
goodness.
going insano
So
style, so I
funny.
wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, and the way it is, it sucks. The browser sucks. It doesn't let you go backwards or anything.
Yeah.
You can't scroll. Like, there's no. It's like a picture. Like, imagine a browser here, but somebody stands over here and they're like, take a picture. You can only interact with the picture. And if you can see it, you can click it, but you can't, like, make it go up, make it go down.
Yeah.
All right, so properties, I'm gonna have to okay, cancel. Let's refresh it because it already has mine. Okay, well, properties, boom, paste. Okay, why? Man. All right, delete it. Okay, add another one. Okay. Paste.
Hello, I just wanted to give you all an actual update on
there
the
you go.
P. Diddy
There's audio
trial in the
here.
midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it. Those AI
Okay.
videos making garbage
So-
claims like a new key witness was called to the stand. It's David Copperfield who dropped a bombshell about
Right,
his
so
secret
this is
MySpace
D-Day.
page that told all. This
Monitor
nonsense
off.
is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real
Monitor
update on something very
output.
important that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's testimony.
Correct.
Now, so far,
Pause.
there have been
Right.
quite a few very powerful
There's
testimonies
gotta be
that are
one little
strengthening
button
the
to click
case
or
against
something.
him, I would say.
Okay,
And Kid
settings,
Cudi's
maybe
is the
it's
most
over
recent,
here,
and also
and
the one that's
audio.
had a lot of buzz and a lot of
D-Day.
incorrect information about. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called here is because he and Cassie had a relationship.
there's nothing
And
here.
according to Cassie,
Output.
in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out
Audio.
about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation, finding out that he had a relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything.
Thank you
So,
for your
one
patience,
thing
fella.
that he recalls
You
is
are
that he had received
one
a
of the
phone
most
call
patient people in the
from
entire
Sean
world.
Combs' former assistant Capricorn Clark.
At least they're
Now,
watching
Sean
the video.
Combs, that's the real
If-
name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka
Gotta,
Puffy Flavor
alright,
Camp
let's cancel this,
Headmaster,
go to
aka
OBS,
Bubba
and
Baby
well, at
Oil
least-
Big Boy. And this phone call that he received from Capricorn Clark was letting him
There we go.
know
We'll
P.
put us-
Diddy was inside of his house, and then Kid Cudi started
We'll
driving
put the
home,
alerts above
called P.
everything
Diddy,
so that if
and said that
somebody
he sounded
donates
calm
dollars or
and
something,
responded that he was
it'll
waiting
show
for
up
him
in
to
this little
arrive so they could
box.
speak. Kid Cudi also said that Clark sounded very scared, sounded like she was on the verge of tears. Kid Cudi said ultimately no one was inside, but his dog was locked in a
Alright,
bathroom,
so-
whereas he normally lets his dog roam around the house freely. And some
Sorry,
of the
I'm trying
gifts he received from
Almost.
Chanel had also been opened.
Alright.
That's why you're seeing headlines like this pop up, by the way, about
sorry,
P.
yeah,
Diddy
you could
breaking
leave
into
your
his
thing, I
home
don't
and
know.
unwrapping
Oh,
his
yeah.
fucking Christmas presents.
Alright, so
It's referring
the
to those
audio's
Chanel,
definitely going through.
gifts.
We just need
Anyway,
it to come
apparently
to our
after
ears.
unboxing
Normally,
those gifts,
come
the
over
Grinch
here,
was no
and
longer
then
there,
monitor,
but Kid
I
Cudi
think, is
told the
like-
court that he had planned
Monitor
on
it and put it
confronting
into
and
the
fighting P.
wherever
Diddy
you're
for this,
streaming or
but
the
eventually
the
decided
whole the
against
reason
it
why this
because
program's here
he
like
didn't know like how
wherever you're
serious
putting the
it would
video,
be,
it should
didn't know who
go.
P. Diddy was with.
oh
so he
like
ultimately
maybe
called
that's
the police and
output,
made a
but
report
monitor
instead.
should be.
He then also made a mention that his dog's
can hear it
behavior,
too?
he claims, changed and became more jittery and on edge all the time. I found this little tidbit kind of interesting where that statement about the dog
Not the other one.
saying
Not the
that
other one, but
they
I
didn't want
thought
Kid
it's
Cudi to
that.
testify about his dog being traumatized by the experience.
So like the microphone is monitor and output, but that doesn't make sense because we can't hear it in our thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch a bunch more videos on adding sources and watching, using a browser with this thing. In fact, I'm going to make a note. Hey, but it's the days of it's the early days of streaming. It's learning what to
yeah.
do. Use browser with OBS with split audio. Can't hear it myself. Alright, so that's going to be one thing I'm going to look up. So every problem we have, I'm going to type it here so I can do research on it.
Yeah.
So filters is just, it takes what you got and changes it in a way. But since we don't have the audio coming in our ear, it would like just change the audio to our ear, change the audio to them, or the video one way or the other. But we don't have the bass line, so that can't help us. Click that, and properties for that. Control audio via OBS. Let's unclick that. Oh, now they can't hear it. Okay, so now they. Yeah. All right, so what's the settings for audio out, maybe? Man, you have so much patience. Thank you, my love.
Mhm.
All right, so that's why you do the control the audio here. So D-Day, properties. maybe- Okay. So we can't hear it. They can. Now nobody can hear it. So we'll come over here and D-Day mute output.
And Kid
Monitor
Cudi's is
and
the most
output.
recent and also
Close.
the one that's had a lot of buzz and a lot of incorrect information about. Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore here, the reason Kid Cudi would be called here is because he and Cassie had a relationship. And according to Cassie, in her civil suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged and took action against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and tons of claims that have multiple supporting witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie. But in regards to Kid Cudi on the stand, it was focused on what P. Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation, finding out that he had a relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went up there and started to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he
Monitor mute.
Flavor Camp headmaster, aka Bubba Baby Oil Big Boy. And this phone call that he received from Capricorn Clark was letting him know P. Diddy was inside of his house, and then Kid Cudi started driving home, called P. Diddy, and said that he sounded calm and responded that he was waiting for him to arrive so they could speak. Kid Cudi also said that Clark sounded very scared, sounded like she was on the verge of tears. Kid Cudi said ultimately no one was inside,
So
but his
I
dog
think
was
all of
locked in a
this is really
bathroom,
hard
whereas he normally
because
lets his dog roam around the house
I
freely.
have the
And some of the
split
gifts he
audio on,
received
so
from
everything
Chanel had
has
also been
its own
opened.
thing.
That's why you're seeing headlines
So
like this
if
pop
I-
up,
if
by
I-
the way, about P. Diddy
didn't
breaking
split
into
the
his home and
audio,
unwrapping his
I
fucking
could just
Christmas
have the
presents.
entire
It's referring to
desktop,
those Chanel
any noise
gifts.
just
Anyway,
goes
apparently
into one
after
file.
unboxing those gifts, the Grinch was no longer
You
there,
wanna get
but Kid
loaded.
Cudi told
well,
the
you
court
already put it on.
that
Let's
he had
start.
planned on confronting and fighting P. Diddy for this, but eventually decided against it because
custom
he
frame
didn't
rate?
know like how serious it would be, didn't know who P. Diddy
That's-
was with, so he ultimately called the police and made a report instead. He then also made a mention that his dog's behavior, he claims, changed and became more jittery and on edge all the time. I found this little tidbit kind of interesting, where that statement about the dog is something that was actually kind of contentious here for the defense attorneys, saying that They didn't want Kid Cudi to testify about his dog being traumatized by the experience because he did not want dog lovers on the jury to be swayed. So the judge said Kid Cudi could only talk about the immediate impact on his dog, not any long-term consequences. Now, the big thing, the major thing that a lot of people remember is the claim that P. Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. So on that, Kid Cudi does say that he believes P. Diddy was behind the Molotov cocktail attack on his car in January 2012. He said he got a call from his dog sitter that his car was on fire, and at the time he had returned, by the time he had returned home, law enforcement officers were already on the scene, and he saw a Molotov cocktail and major damage to the vehicle, and then provided a lot of photos of the damage. He also mentioned that after the car incident, the two met at a hotel in 2012 and said that Sean Combs was standing there staring out the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. And then they discussed the relationship he had with Cassie. We discussed pretty much the whole story about how me and Cassie first started to date, to what it was, to how it ended. He said that P. Diddy apologized for all the bullshit and it helped Kid Cudi find some peace with it. And then he also mentions that he remembered Cassie talking about relationship problems all the way back into 2010, and that when they started dating in 2011, Cassie told him that there had been physical abuse in their relationship, but didn't mention sexual abuse at the time.
Another quick thing to mention is that Kid Cudi agreed with the defense that he felt he had been played by Cassie in regards to love, like
Their relationship there. And another thing is, he mentioned that he knew P. Diddy was violent, is what he said. So overall, it was a really big testimony, and a lot of what came from this corroborated the claims from Cassie about a lot of these things. This is obviously a really huge testimony here, but it's far from the only one. A lot of the testimonies that we've been hearing have been very
Three signs your car accident is worth major.
Fish, all of that. That. Windows music player, so that's that. All right. Add a source. So there's different ways we can do it. We can capture a window. Video capture device, that's like a camera or something. That's adding text. That's adding a group of things, and that's not what we need. A media source? Let's see. Okay. D-test. Okay. Range. So this is only a local file. So you can't use it for a website. It'd be like a something on our computer, you know?
Yeah.
Like saved. All right, so we'll cancel that and delete that. Yes. Media source, so not an image slide, not an image. Although it wouldn't be a game capture, let's just try it. D test. Okay. And this is multi-chat, so at least we'll see if somebody comes. Capture any screen. A specific window. Which window is that? The Diddy thing. Capture audio, because that's what you need. You saw this pop up?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll just, this is up here. This is that. Properties. Match title. Boom. Okay, but it's not showing up. So there was another option that happened on another type of source. That let's see. Boom. No. Boom. No. Because there's it should pop up here, you know.
Yeah.
So watch that for about 30 seconds. Tell me if this. Well, watch this. Tell me if this pops up. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of it, but boom. So that works because it's on our thing. Probably about 15 more seconds. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That way I can keep working. Um,
Hasn't popped up yet.
okay, you can quit. Thank you. So crazy. We were, you know.
Somebody's trying to hack us, take over our chat. You can't take over us.
Yeah, you stop it, you bullies.
Yeah,
Oh, you got him with that.
I did. We're not scared.
That was a cutesy dootsy.
Yeah, we show no fear. We're excuse me. We're dainty over here. Having some technical difficulties. I'm gonna say that again. Technical difficulties.
Beep.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna blow up.
I hope not.
Yeah, me neither. Ah, Junebug. Chat, if you're from the South, really, if you are from the South, tell me where you get that good Southern South sweet tea. Oh, hey, look, now we're singing that.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Move, yes. Add. Um, okay. Audio. Selected. Window, DuckDuckGo. So this is All right, just so it's just loud enough for us to hear. But I'm not listening to the words. I'm just hearing, oh, there's something there.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a setting, like one thing we need to click.
I know you clicked something right here earlier.
What do you?
Like you opened up a box over here earlier.
That was for captions.
Oh.
Oh, that was to get the audio from the monitor to the earpiece.
Oh.
I'm talking about for the program to take the audio and put it out to the internet. You know, to stream it, because this is the audio for the video.
Yeah.
And it's capturing it, but it needs to capture the audio too.
Mm-hmm.
And this shows that it has no audio. So I essentially need the audio from the video through the program, and it's just not.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just making sure that we were there, so that means yes, it's not capturing the audio.
Yeah.
And I knew like there was no mixer for it because I changed that setting here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, still nothing. Like that. Okay. Why is all right? So this is it's capturing the window. All right. So maybe we can capture the audio for the window. The application audio capture. Audio did he? All right, because I've got did he the video browser, even though it said okay. So okay, then we'll look just right here. Okay, so these are the two things, but let me go change the properties from this to not capture audio. Okay, okay, boom. It's still not working. So essentially, I had one thing doing both. And since it didn't do the audio, I turned off the audio for that and tried to get it. None of it works.
Yeah.
All right. I think let's play a game.
Okay.
I really wanted to do the trial stuff, but it's okay. Things don't always work. Close that. Almost an hour. I've been working on the thing. Thank you for all of you. Have so much patience. Oh, and I have an idea for the camera. You know, like I'm like, look at the screen. You see me on the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Like you can't really see my face. Like you can see my head, but you can't see my face.
Yeah.
So I'm always like this when I'm talking to you because you know I gotta look at you.
Yeah.
But I think if I put the camera here, and then I scoot my body this way and you scoot your body this way.
Yeah.
And then maybe we're even sitting here and here, and the camera's here.
Yeah.
I think that'll neither one of us will have to fully turn our face away from the camera
Yeah.
to talk. So that'll be tomorrow's fun, early time.
Yeah.
All right. So boom, delete. Yes. Boom, delete. Yes. Alerts in the video. So this is uh tipping, following, subscribing. This is our camera. This is the fish in front of the camera. This is man, I had these set up so well. I'm gonna try these one more time. So this is regular DuckDuckGo. All right, we'll go properties. Paste. Okay.
Hold on.
You're still purchasing your lenses from your optometrist?
What are you doing? Come on!
Walk with me
Doing the same
the
thing.
glory that is 1-800 contacts.
Quick.
Affordable.
Easy to use.
Hello, I just wanted to give you all an actual update on the P. Diddy trial in the midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it. Those AI videos making garbage claims like
So they can
a new
hear
key
it,
witness was
but we
called to the
can't.
stand.
And I'm gonna
It's
just gonna take a
David
picture.
Copperfield, who dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something
Alright,
very important
so,
that just happened in the trial in regards to Kid Cudi's
You can
testimony.
hear the
Now,
audio
so far,
on the
there have been quite a
TV.
few
So,
very
like,
powerful
the audio
testimonies
is
that are
being
strengthening the
streamed.
case against him, I would say.
And it's
Kid Cudi's is the most recent, and also
for the
one
browser
that's had a lot
inside of
buzz
here.
and a lot of incorrect
So we
information
go to
about it.
properties.
Now, for those that aren't familiar with the lore
And
here, the
it
reason
is being
Kid Cudi would
controlled
be
by
called here
here.
is because he and Cassie had a relationship,
and this is
and
the
according to
link
Cassie
to
in
what we're
her civil
watching.
suits, when P. Diddy found out about it, he was enraged
boom,
and took
over
action
here.
against Kid Cudi. Also, there are tons and
Advanced
tons
properties.
of claims that have multiple supporting
we'll go,
witnesses about the physical abuse that he inflicted upon Cassie.
oh,
But in regards to Kid
DuckDuckGo,
Cudi on the stand,
over
he was
here,
focused on
monitor
what P.
off.
Diddy allegedly did to him in retaliation, finding out
Monitor
that he had a
output.
relationship with Cassie. So Kid Cudi went
Still
up
no
there and started
audio.
to corroborate pretty much everything. So one thing that he recalls is that he had received a phone
on.
call from Sean Combs' former assistant Capricorn Clark. Now Sean Combs,
Audio's
that's
there.
the real name of P. Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Puffy Flavor Camp
but,
Headmaster, aka
playing,
Bubba Baby Oil
you can
Big
hear it
Boy.
on the TV.
And this phone call that he received from Capricorn Clark was letting him know P. Diddy was inside of
But
his
you can't
house, and
hear
then
it
Kid Cudi started driving
ourselves
home,
through our
called P. Diddy, and said that he
Sorry,
sounded
I just
calm
wanted to look
and
at all the
responded that he
settings
was
and
waiting for him
stuff.
to arrive so they could speak.
Alright,
Kid Cudi also
Duck,
said
Duck,
that
Go.
Clark sounded
Well,
very scared, sounded like she
that.
was on the verge.
Yes. We'll try with the split audio because I set that one up. I had all these all set up, and they were working before paste. Okay.
You all an actual update on the P. Diddy trial in the midst of this flood of nonsense that's spreading around about it. Those AI videos making garbage claims like a new key witness was called to the stand. It's David Copperfield, who dropped a bombshell about his secret MySpace page that told all. This nonsense is just going insano style, so I wanted to tap in here real quick and give you a brief, real update on something very important that just happened in the trial in regard.
All right, so display game capture. There we go. And we'll drop it down a little bit here. All right. Go to Steam. not capturing Steam. All right. So many problems. All right.
Yeah.
But it probably will capture the game. So let's see. All right. You want to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
It's perfect. Perfect thing to just move us forward.
Yeah.
But it probably will capture. All right. You want to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
It's perfect. All right. I'm gonna wait to see if we can hear the whoosh and the ding that came up, and see it. Oh. Whoosh and the ding that then we'll go to OBS, and we'll. All right, so I've got to get the size of the so transform. No. We'll go properties. Cancel. All right, so where's game capture? And we'll go properties for this. There we go. All right. I was thinking about music, but not today. I'm done with all. I'm done with clicking buttons today.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Do you want to be British? Oh no. You know what? They'll probably give us British info
yeah.
and questions. Congratulations. Thank you for your purchase. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's. Okay. Option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, who wants to be a millionaire? Or what?
A billionaire.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Who wants to be? All right. Solo, we can play together. There's family mode. Local multiplayer. So that means like you and I sitting here. Or online multiplayer. But that may or may not work because of the way that I got this game.
You want to just do solo?
Solo dolo. All right, choose a difficulty. Let's start.
Easy?
Yep.
All right. All right.
No, anybody but this. Massimo. Choose or keep going.
Let's choose it.
All right, that looks like the guy that was mean to Deb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, I wonder if Dexter's gonna take care of Geo.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. You like all the... I wonder if you could change... Oh, no. Ask the audience lifeline polls the students. Spend the neurons you won in the store to unlock expert question packs. I think we have every question pack unlocked, which is, I think, a lot of them. It looked like when I was doing the, I was unloading the files in the program, blah, blah, blah. Just, all right. So press any button. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait. It's for him?
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That guy is a loser. Let's see if it...
Good evening, everyone. Let's give it our best tonight.
There are only 15 questions standing between our contestant and $1 million.
10, 5,
so let's play
4.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yes, there we go.
You know the money ladder, and it's 15 steps to reach the million.
All right.
Do it.
To help you, we have 4 lifelines at your disposal. Phone a friend, the 50-50, ask the audience, and switch the question.
All right. Which of these objects does a conductor use?
A stick. D.
I'm going to choose D.
D.
Oh, right.
All right, D.
Do I need to hit something? Okay. Oh, a conductor. A baton? Like I was thinking a railroad conductor.
Oh.
But a baton, maybe?
I thought a baton was like what dancers use.
Yeah. Well, but also maybe a thing. Do they call it a stick? I doubt they call it. Do they call it a stick?
I think so.
Okay, well, we'll do it. It doesn't matter.
I think it's a stick.
Oh,
but...
select is the space. All right. We have no clue, but we believe a conductor uses a stick?
Yeah.
Oh, what? I didn't do that. How do you...
Maybe press enter.
Oh, I double
Final answer? You sure?
Yes.
That's my final answer.
Yeah.
You have made your choice.
We have made our choice.
It's sad.
Oh.
This is not the right answer.
Oh, well. I really didn't
see that coming.
It's the wrong answer. What a shame. You're going away with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I didn't think that they would call it a stick.
Oh.
You know, like, oh, hey, I'm conducting this music with a stick, you know.
I didn't know it had a name.
Oh, everything in this life, everything has a name. Especially, imagine the passion that these people have. They wouldn't be like, hand me that straight cylindrical object.
Yeah.
But also, they could have called it a stick, like drumsticks.
Yeah.
Drumsticks are sticks.
Yeah.
So I think you and I had an equal chance. That's okay. We really just wanted to start over.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, that was easy mode. And then we didn't know.
Solo?
Yeah, sorry. I have 100 things going in my head. I didn't know even what I was. Easy. No, we had bad luck with Massimo.
Yeah.
All right, Lindsay. Win it for us.
Yeah.
Hey, can you turn your body a little bit, or like try to face that? It'd be really cool if they could see our Cobra Kais, because this is the time of the thing where where we would possibly have clips.
Oh yeah.
All right, press any button to continue. That's a long intro.
Yeah.
15 questions, 4 lifelines, and
Oh, I thought it said bazillionaires.
your new
Yep.
question is
All right, what is the last name of the author of the fables whose first name is Aesop? These are easy questions.
Yeah.
What is the last name of the author of the fables whose first name is Aesop?
I'm gonna say
So-
C.
So his first name is Aesop, and he's the author of the fable. So it's Aesop unknown. You said it's unknown?
That's my guess, but I don't know.
You have
I
to
don't know.
tempt fate sometimes. Okay.
Nobody knows.
and what
Nobody
will be your
knows.
final answer?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my final answer.
If we don't know,
Okay,
nobody
the
knows.
computer
Yeah.
validated your answer. That is correct.
Woo!
Well, that was a really
We were
close
right.
call.
We're the smartest people in the
Phew.
world.
Yeah, few is
I
correct.
think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
I agree. Which of these is not a unit of measure
D.
for length?
D.
So a meter, an inch, a foot, an ear. D, an ear. All right, let's go with it.
Yeah.
You better make me rich.
D. D.
Sometimes you have to take a chance. Okay, D.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see the right one. Yes,
Woohoo!
absolutely.
Perfectly
We're
executed.
winners.
Awesome.
And let's go for a whole new question.
When do you use a capital letter? In the middle of a
Yes,
sentence?
see?
Yes. In the middle of a sentence, at the beginning of a sentence, never the end of a sentence. So C, at the beginning of a sentence.
I'm going to dare
I mean,
to say C.
even Amelia can
Let's
answer
go.
this.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final
Even our
answer?
6-year-old daughter could answer this.
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
Because
Now
Miss
it's
Duke-
time to find out the correct answer. You make it look easy. You got it.
We're professionals at the English
Serenity is the
language.
recipe for success.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
Which animal can change colors? A chameleon, an iguana, a praying mantis, a grasshopper.
A.
Wow.
A what?
A chameleon. Come
Ah.
a chameleon. You come
Changing
and go.
Colors.
You changing
I think
colors.
it's A.
Final answer?
I think it's A
You
too.
sure?
Yes,
Well.
that's my final answer.
A.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer.
Me neither. Or
That's
me.
an answer I can
also.
get behind.
Perfect. We're making progress.
Both
Yeah,
of
we
those
are.
would have been right.
Here's a new question for you.
How many books make up the Hunger Games series?
I don't know.
And I think this game that we're playing is old. So let's say 3, right?
I would say C. Final
hey.
answer.
Are you absolutely sure?
No.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 4.
That's my final answer.
That would have. I don't know.
Well, you should have said 4.
I know.
The choice is made.
Yeah. it
Unless
is.
I'm right.
You took a shot. and
Oh!
now you can't lose your money.
Look at us at $1,000.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
Okay.
What is true about 97% of the water on Earth? It's
B.
sweet. It's saline. It's soft. It's demineralized.
Oh, D.
So sweet is sugar usually. I don't think that's it. B is salt. And that is true. C is soft. Soft water is like missing ions, so it's not going to be that. And demineralized is also not going to be right because natural water is going to have minerals in it almost no matter what.
Yeah.
So B,
B.
it is saline.
It's B.
Salt water.
I believe in my gut and I'm choosing B.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Because they
yes.
give you
That's my final
saline
answer.
for a breathing treatment
You have
sometimes.
made your choice.
So
Yeah,
that's why this answer is true.
Well, that was a
No.
really close call. Phew.
Q.
Yeah, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
We helped you cheat. It wasn't a
And
close
here's
call.
a new question that I
Yeah.
hope won't worry you.
Okay. Where does suffering come from? I mean, it started in the United States. Suffering. You suffer.
Where does surfing come from?
Oh, the United States, you idiots.
I believe surfing comes from Australia.
Australia, that's where kangaroos come from.
Yes, that's true too.
How can you surf in Australia? There's no fucking water. It's dry. It's a drought. Don't look at me like that. Look at your followers.
Wow. All right, so here's a side quiz. What is Australia totally surrounded by?
Desert. It's hot. It's Australia. Yeah, it's they have pyramids and sand.
Oceans.
Not Australia.
Uh-huh.
Australia, Antarctica. You're thinking of Antarctica.
I'm sure that it's B. Okay, we have faith.
It should have been the
Are you
United States because
absolutely sure?
Hawaii.
Is that your final answer?
I hope somebody watches,
That's my final
rewatches
answer.
this. I hope.
Oh,
Just
I
skip
can't
to this
wait to
The
see
only
the correct
people who are
answer.
going to watch this are going to be the people who see the clips.
Yeah.
And I do the
Oh,
clips.
I'm so sorry.
Wrong. We were both
Regret.
wrong.
Really? I did
Yeah.
not.
Polynesias.
Well,
Yeah,
at
what the
least you didn't
fuck
lose
is
anything.
Polynesia?
But
Poly
anyways,
means
thank you
multiple
ever so
and
much for coming.
knees. So it's a lot
Dirty
of
knees.
knees. Yeah. We lost. Oh, they have lifelines. We forgot about that. Do you
But
want to stop here
sure.
or do you want to keep going?
We can let's
Oh, we can smoke and just take it easy.
yeah. We can get out the game, but
Oh,
chat.
I was gonna say keep going in the game. Yeah, or what did you want to do?
Oh, I was gonna say if we stop here, we can talk to our chat over them and finish out the night with our chat before we just call it a night. Tell them for coming and. If anybody knows Penta, tell Penta come follow us, like us, share, donate. We need money. Billionaire, Penta.
Yeah.
You're a fucking zillionaire, bitch.
Yeah, it's pretty sad that we're over here not even billionaires.
Yeah, dude, we can't even get our freaking audio correct. Help us, dude. I mean, look at I'm suffering. I mean, come on, are you suffering from Ozempic? I mean, come on. And that's not even a paid sponsorship.
It's not.
Come on, Ozempic.
So you know what Ozempic does?
Yeah, it helps you lose weight. And
Yeah.
apparently there's a bad, court thing going on with them. It's not helping people. And, but if you follow the directions and you listen to your doctors and you do everything correctly, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in. Just kidding. Jesus, don't come for me.
So this would be a cool one. There's a world of options, but I'm going to give you two of them. But you decide if you don't want to do either. We could play, but take it easy. We could search Ozempic and see what's up with the things. We don't have to watch a video for that.
You want to play?
Yeah.
Let's play.
Just because I think it's the easiest thing to do since it's already set up. And then we'll pull this over here.
Nothing is everything. I forget what that one was. Oh, Tesla. There we go.
Oh, well, something close to that. All those medical words are so made up and silly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's our daily spammer.
Oh, I was going to say, man.
Hello, daily spammer. I was almost gonna think that we weren't gonna have somebody try to sell us some against terms of service services.
Yeah.
But it's probably even a program. It's not even a person coming in and pasting it. And for it to take a whole hour to get to us, imagine how many one-person streamers there are right now. Oh, we need, I'm not going to change it, but we should probably change. Like, technically, we could get in trouble for not changing our title to this game.
Oh, yeah.
Not title, but category.
Yeah. Gaming.
Yeah, because we're in just chatting.
Yeah.
But it should be that other thing.
Don't come for us.
Yeah. Here you go.
I do not own the rights to this gaming chatting stuff. We're new to this. Must be 21 and older. Just kidding. Where does suffering come from? It comes from the heart. When you do wrong, you suffer. Not surf.
Ooh.
Yeah. Amelia's teacher, they were learning about the letter O, and that's what she came up with. She said she used Ozempic.
Amelia did?
Yeah, it was like during the middle of the year or something. She was like, Ozempic. Ozempic.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
oh.
And that's what, Ozempic. I said, man. I said, yeah, that's great.
That's funny. Can you see the screen okay? Sorry, I just that way we can we'll do quick. There's a countdown in this game mode, so without look at all these categories.
Disney, hello. We can do Disney.
Oh, it's I don't want to click that because it brings you to shop and what if it's like, oh, how'd you get this game? You know? Let's go. Any button to continue. Boom. What nationality can go before dressing, bread, and fries to create 3 other foods? French fries, French dressing, French bread.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. Proverbially, a bird in the hand is worth how many in the bush?
Winner.
What name is given to someone learning a skill or trade from his employer?
Right here, right here, right here. An appliance. That's us. That's us. Hello. Right here. Talk to us. An appliance.
No.
What?
What name is given to someone learning a skill or trade from his employer? It's the name of the student. What would you call that student?
Oh, we're not a fucking appliance.
No?
No, we don't wash or dry or bake.
Yeah.
Oh, Poppy, I'm sorry I called you an appliance. You're not a stove.
That's a
Yeah,
that's
we don't. We don't
spin
wash.
cycle.
Yeah.
Spin cycle.
Oh, error code.
You need to be fixed.
Oh, let me call. You know what TE stands for? It means you're not getting water in your machine. Okay?
TE, that normally means a temperature sensor failure.
Yeah, I knew that. That's what I meant. I just wanted to make sure he knew and he's up to date on his job. Because I sit behind the desk and look pretty.
You do a lot of work.
And, you know, I'm the one who tells the people, okay, one step at a time, please. Huh.
All right. So what's the name of a person who learns from their employer?
An apprentice.
Ooh.
Not the frickin' client.
Which of these is an informal term for an environmentalist?
Environmentalist.
Yes.
A tree hugger. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. We're like Mary Catherine Gallagher. I'm a superstar.
When you said Gallagher, I was thinking of
Frank Gallagher.
Yep.
Who became U.S. president on the registration? Resignation. Yeah.
So resignation.
Resignation. Ignition.
Yep.
Of Richard Nixon in 1974. You know, Richard Nixon and the other Nixon is not related.
What?
There's Richard and oh wait, no, maybe I'm thinking of somebody different. Never mind. I think I'm thinking of somebody different.
Okay.
All
no,
right.
no. I mostly think it's this one, but maybe that one.
Oh, I was thinking Carter, but I could be wrong.
So
Nixon.
resignation of Nixon, meaning when he resigned. So he quit the job, it sounds like. Nixon, he's the one, I am not a crook.
Yeah.
Watergate, we saw some movies where they pretended to like be a part of Watergate, like where they went in the past or something.
Yeah. So maybe Ford.
So I think it's Lyndon B. Johnson because I think so essentially this guy quit in the middle of the term or got fired or whatever. He was forced to quit, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think Lyndon Johnson was the person who took over and then never got voted in.
Yeah.
So I think this guy was only president for like 2 years. And he's like the only president that was president for only 2 years. Carter definitely got voted in. He's the peanut farmer. So it could be Carter, but I think it's Lyndon B. Johnson.
You decide. You decide. Oh,
Ford!
Gerald Ford. By the way, the guy who shot JF Kennedy, he applied at a Cardo's Appliance 1 month before shooting John F. Kennedy. Cardo's Appliance.
He absolutely did. And in the future, we wouldn't really say.
We went.
But at most, maybe one day I might let it slip that I these for a living.
Yeah.
But fix, you know, I'm Mr. Fixerson. I definitely fix things.
Yeah.
But you know, just to say. All right. You want to call it?
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I've been working just solid for hours.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Yes. Thank you. Good night. Please come back and like, follow, share, subscribe, and you know, donations are always accepted.
Yep. Link in the bio to give us a tip. And we'll see you on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, probably some other places. Bye.
Bye.